A suddenly terrified Donald Trump is tweeting uncontrollably. You might recall that Donald Trump was previously banned from Twitter when it was still called Twitter. In that intervening period between being banned and ultimately unbanned once Elon Musk bought Twitter and turned it into X, in that intervening period, Trump said, I'm launching Truth Social. I'm only posting to Truth Social. Truth Social is better than Twitter. But Trump is now entering a phase of desperation. And you can tell he's desperate because counter to his own financial motives and those of his investors, he is now increasingly posting to Twitter. And some of these tweets are happening within minutes of each other. And some of these tweets are happening in a way that is completely apoplectic and reflective of Donald Trump's fears and insecurities about what's happening in this election. Let's take a look. The tweets, of course, as unhinged as you can imagine, starting with who is negotiating for us in the Middle East? Bombs are dropping all over the place. Sleepy Joe is sleeping on a beach in California, viciously exiled by the Democrats. And Comrade Kamala is doing a campaign bus tour with Tampon Tim, her really bad VP pick. Let's not have World War III because that's where we're heading. Remember, Trump's been predicting World War III for 9 years. And fortunately, so far, it hasn't happened. Trump then engaging caps lock and tweeting, November 5th will be the most important day in the history of America. There couple interpretations of that. I'm hoping it doesn't end up being true. I hope it ends up being an uneventful day in which Donald Trump's MAGA movement is put into the dustbin of history. Trump continuing, Kamala and her handlers are trying to make it sound like I am the incumbent president. Actually, it's everyone around Trump who keeps referring to him as the president that are making it sound like Trump is still president. But put that aside. They're trying to make it sound like I'm the incumbent president so that they can blame me for the failure of the past 4 years. No, it was their failure. It is one of the worst presidencies in history, and she is definitely the worst vice president. Trump continuing, there will be no future under Comrade Kamala Harris because she will take us into a nuclear World War III. She will never be respected by the tyrants of the world. Of course, Trump also predicting that it will be the end of the U.S. if Biden wins. And of course, everything's fine. Now he's making the same predictions about Kamala Harris. Trump continuing, Comrade Kamala Harris will obliterate Social Security and Medicare by giving it away to the millions of illegal immigrants who are infiltrating our country. Of course, she will do no such thing, and undocumented immigrants pay into a lot of these systems from which they don't actually derive any benefits. And then finally, Trump posting in all capital letters, no tax on tips, plus a video. Of course, we've looked deeply at no tax on tips, and while it's fine, it's not a good substitute for actually raising the federal minimum wage one damn time for all after this, waiting years and years without any increase. And because of the income of 95% of those who work in tipped jobs, no tax on tips would not actually change anything for them. So Trump's desperation visible by starting to sort of tease not going to the debate, and also visible from the fact that he is tweeting to Twitter, despite the fact that he said, no, Truth Central is the place for me. He has no reach on Truth, and so he's trying to reach people via Twitter. But if you think that Trump's tweets are embarrassing given what's going on, just wait until I show you Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s. Not all men's underwear is the same. With traditional underwear, the sticking and the rubbing are something many of us know all too well. But our sponsor, Sheath Underwear, puts it to an end once and for all. Sheath Underwear is ultralight and breathable. You can barely tell it's there. But importantly, Sheath is uniquely designed with 2 pouches in the front that separate everything out, giving you an extra confidence boost throughout the day. Air can flow in between, keeping things dry and comfortable all day. No more sweating and sticking. Sheath underwear is the type of thing that's hard to fully appreciate until you've tried it. Try a pair yourself and you'll finally understand the level of comfort and morale that you've been missing out on. They come in a bunch of different designs. They have something for everybody. The quality is amazing, super long lasting, unlike the underwear you currently use, which you might have to replace every 6 months. Sheath is giving my audience 20% off with the code PACMAN. Go to sheathunderwear.com/Pacman. The link is down below.